Hello there and welcome back to my channel, or welcome to my channel if you're new here. My name's Alex and I post beauty videos every Wednesday and Sunday, so make sure you're subscribed and you put that notification bell on so you are notified every time that I post. For today's video we're going to be testing out the new Revolution Forever Flawless eyeshadow palettes. I have all four of them. As you can see, they only have four of them. They have four different eyeshadow palettes that have different colour stories in them. So in today's video we're going to be showing you the layout of all the eyeshadow palettes. I'm going to do a couple of swatches. I'm going to actually be putting one of these palettes on my eyes today just to test out the formula. I'm going to be talking about the packaging, the price, my opinion, everything like that. So if you want to know all of that information, then just keep on watching. The first palette I'm going to be playing with is the Optimum Palette, and this is what the packaging looks like. It's grey, white and black, has the rose gold Revolution on it and says that on the back. The palette itself looks like this, and they all come with a huge mirror at the top like that. I don't want to, I'm pretty much just showing you my camera, but they all come with a huge mirror, which is good. And yeah, this is the shade selection. Definitely very unique, but I'm going to swatch a few on my arm to show you what they look like. So here are a few of the shades swatched. Very pigmented. That black and green are mattes. The black isn't like super pigmented, but the other four are super pretty. Really nice. It's a really creamy formula. I can't wait to actually test these up on my arm. I can't wait to actually test these like on my eyes. All of these palettes retail for £10, which is an absolute bargain if you ask me, and the packaging is quite thin and compact, and it's quite tin-like. It's quite different to their other packaging, which is nice. The next palette is called Decadent, and it's quite a marbly effect. It's like white and sort of a rose gold orange. Has again the Revolution in rose gold and looks like that on the back. This is what the palette looks like. It's sort of everyday eyeshadow, really pretty, warm toned, kind of reminds me of like the Too Faced Just Peachy Mattes eyeshadow palette slightly. So let me just swatch a few of these ones. So these are 5 of the shades swatched. They are super pigmented. That matte there, which I think is like Karma shade, was not really swatching that well. What I have noticed is a couple of mattes are like not one swipe pigmented, but as I always say, swatches don't really reflect on how it could perform on the eyes. So these are, that pearl shade is absolutely stunning, but I love these. Beautiful everyday palette. I think that might be the one that I might play with today, just because it's more like an everyday sort of palette, but that is absolutely beautiful. The next palette is called Unconditional Love, which is the one that I got a bit after I got the other 3, because this was actually out of stock on the Superdrug website. But the packaging is like this. It's like pinky white, and then the back looks like that. Again, has the rose gold Revolution on the front, and then this one looks like this, which is absolutely stunning with those pink shades. I can't wait to swatch them. But this is more like your romantic sort of palette, like date night. It's just absolutely stunning. I love this. I was so gutted when I couldn't get it. So I'm going to swatch a few of these ones as well. What I've noticed is that the shimmers are really creamy. They're really different to their like other palettes. So these are 5 of the shades from the palette. That top shade there, which is called First Date, is absolutely stunning. Probably my favourite out of all of them. Love that. It's also like a peachy shimmer. That is Love Letter, and that is so pigmented. I can't even believe that. So the matte's like not performing, like swatching well, isn't really consistent. Like some of the mattes actually swatch really beautifully, but this is definitely a palette that I absolutely love and will be using quite a lot. The last palette is called Constellation, and this is possibly my favourite palette. Like packaging, shades, everything. And this is in the more like galaxy packaging, super pretty, again with the Rose Gold Revolution, and looks like this on the back. The colour story in this is beautiful. So it looks like this. It has pinks, blues, purples, golds, browns, everything you could possibly want and need. For any colourful eye look, this is absolutely beautiful. So I'm going to swatch a few of these. So those are 5 of the shades swatched. The top one is called Venus, the second one is called Saturn, the third one is called Solar, the fourth one is called Cosmic, and that last one is called Jupiter. So obviously all space themed, which is just great. They are super pigmented, super nice. Again, cannot wait to try this on my eyes. It's absolutely beautiful. So now that I've showed and swatched all of those palettes, I'm now going to do an eye look quickly. So I'm going to zoom you in. So for today's look, I'm going to use the Decadent palette, which is definitely the best everyday palette that you could possibly want. So I'm not going to talk through this bit, I'm just going to point to the shades and show you me applying them, and then I'll be back and I'll tell you my final thoughts on them. So this is the finished look. I really hope you enjoyed it. This is so pigmented, like the mattes blended up beautifully, and I use those shimmers dry, and look how pigmented the inner corners are, and that shimmer on the lid as well is super pigmented. So this palette is so nice. I can't speak so much for the other palettes. I'm sure the formula is consistent throughout all of them, but this is definitely a brand new formula for Revolution and I am loving it. Some of the mattes, yes, didn't swatch perfectly, but does not reflect how they perform because they are super pigmented. Really impressed with this palette that I used. Again, this is the Decadent palette. This is the more everyday sort of palette and I love it. I think I created such a good everyday look, you know, not too like in your face, but you've definitely got a beautiful look going on. So this is pretty much it for this video. If you enjoyed it, please give a thumbs up and let me know down below if you have bought any of these palettes yet, and if you've tried it, let me know what you think because I think they are absolutely stunning. I'm so glad I managed to get all 4 of them. They are so beautiful. They're super cheap for what they are. The formula is amazing and they only cost £10, which is amazing. So yeah, this is pretty much it. If you haven't subscribed, please make sure you do. We are nearly at 700 subscribers, which makes me so happy. So thank you so much if you're a new subscriber, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.